Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Go, son. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go, honey. Let's go.
Here's Le'Veon Bell's first carry as a New York Jet. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now it's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Powell. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, this Week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62 to 55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Bell, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 44, Darnold. And that's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Alert 3. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 39 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. 4 down. 4 down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jets will extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it. That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. 56, 56. I'm coming after you. Mike, 53. 50. Hey, Delta. Mike, down to lose 1.
Allen now looks to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive 1st half to get that lead. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. The Jets were 26th in rushing in the NFL last year. That's a big reason they went and signed Bell back on March 13th. But plays like that give them optimism that they can move up the pecking order in the NFL rushing ranks. This is caught. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the screen. Watch the safety creep. Middle.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. It got his man complete. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. 92 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Set. Oh, 80. I got it. Check 26, check 26.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
After the sack on first down, Darnold got an open man. It's a noon one. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Past the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big run that time by Bell. 41 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Ripkowski taking it in. And the Jets will extend their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 25-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. They're running, man. Shift. Middle. 46 to Mike. 46. You better be afraid of me.
Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Rip right.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
We got this. Check. He get home.
And that that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Round 80. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing on 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his first NFL reception, goes for 6 as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, and the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and through, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Fights him off. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. That's a prime example of how Josh Allen can hurt a defense. You remember back to his rookie season a year ago, 631 rushing yards, second only to Lamar Jackson. Also had 8 rushing touchdowns. He is a dual threat QB.
Check three. Pass 85, pass 85. Is it?
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play. Second and 5 now. Allen looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call. And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. And you got caught in between,
and created a foul.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
40 worth the mic. 40 worth the mic. Hey, box truck. Pass 85. Pass 85. We go.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 5. Alert, alert, alert. I'm coming. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does him no good.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, 41 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, 62 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the slip. Watch out. Hey, home. Switch. Middle. Undercrutch. Look out.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. 3rd down here.
We're going to set. March 49. In your face.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here we go.
At their own 42-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the grab by Croft. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Bills.
Right here, 41 Mike. You go night. Don't go night. Tighten up. 56.
Allen operating from the gun. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They run here with Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bills get a bit closer. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Bell. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mike 49. Watch the run. He's crashing.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he finds his man Griffin. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. You know, young lady. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Darnold now to throw. He's got Anderson right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's just field it at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Brandon Copeland in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the road go.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Here we go, son. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, son.
And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.